Just wanted to check in today. I'm Carstensen with the Carstensen team here at Remax Results. If you're seeing my face for the first time and you're new to our page, welcome. I haven't been on Facebook for a couple months now, so I thought I would check in, and I'm probably checking in under Chuck's login because I honestly don't log into my Facebook. So at any rate, I'm Michelle Carstensen of the Carstensen team with Remax Results, checking in today. And I had a customer to actually recently ask me a couple questions about, hi Stacy, about how to get their home ready to list next spring. And I thought of that as something that made sense to me because I'm actually starting to get my house ready to list in about 3 years or maybe a year. I have a senior in high school coming up this fall, so she'll graduate next spring. And I'm already thinking about like 3 years ahead of time, like what should I do to get my house ready to sell when I plan to not be here anymore? I actually have a senior in high school and a sophomore, so maybe that'll make more sense to you. So as I'm talking to one particular customer that actually asked me, well, we're not going to list for like a year and a half, but can you come look at our house this fall? And why I'm saying happy fall is because it literally feels like football season today outside, if you've been outside today. So she said, can you come look at my house this fall? I think we're going to list in 2020. And I was like, whoa, that's like a year and a half away. However, it made sense to me because I'm always ready preparing my house for 2.5 years from now. So at any rate, the one thing I'm doing with my house to prepare for selling in a couple years, which seems pretty odd, is I'm already downsizing what I have in my house or getting rid of stuff we never use. I've always been the person that if I don't wear my clothes for a year, I go through my closet like every 6 months. I get rid of the clothes and pass them on if I haven't worn them, because if I haven't worn them in a year, what am I doing? So I recently repainted my house, so you can kind of see it's gray. My office used to be green, so I did like 4 rooms, and I had a painter that helps us out and does some painting for when we go and sell houses. He also did painting in my house and one of my clients all in the same week and got it all done, and did a super awesome job. So if you're looking for a painter, I definitely recommend this guy. So go ahead and let me know if that is what you're looking for. However, so what I'm saying is, if you see this light up here, when I bought this house, there was like a chandelier hanging down. They had this room as a dining room. So I've been using it for my office and my dining room for the past 4 years. So I've lived in my house 4 years now, here on July 21st. And I was finally like, I don't want my office in the same room as my dining room anymore. What can I do to change it? And what can I do that when I do change it will be okay with the next person? So I did really small things. Besides taking a bunch of crap I had in here out, for lack of a better term, I also changed the light up to just a plain, $20 white light from Menards. Had somebody change that, change the paint to a more neutral color in the grays because it was like a weird green. Even the ceiling was green and I didn't like it. However, I still bought the house, but what would be more attractive to other people? And you got to take that in consideration when you're selling in future years, even in future months. Like, what can I do now to help spruce up my house? Besides painting, new carpet is always something really good. And one would say, well, if I put new carpet in, it's going to cost me money. How much will I actually make in it? Well, in the market we're currently in, if you freshen up your house with fresh paint, like if it hasn't been painted in 10 years and your carpet probably looks like mine, I have a dog and you could just tell there's a dog in my carpet. Although I'm not going to change my carpet until right before I sell my house because my dog will just make it look like dog carpet again anyways. But my point is, painting a carpet or something that is pretty reasonable, and let's say it costs you $4,000 or $5,000 to do it, it might actually make your house worth $10,000 more depending on where you're located and what it's at. And if it costs you that much to do that and you get the money back out of it, it's still, if you have the money to do it, I feel it's still worth it because it'll attract more people by looking fresher and newer. And if you've looked at houses recently, at any point, or even pictures of houses, and those flipped houses that have the fresh paint and the fresh flooring, and they just look nicer, right? Even though that house, from what I can see, was probably flipped from something that sold on a foreclosure like 6 months ago. And if you look at the pictures of what that house looked like as a foreclosure to now somebody just flipped it and put new carpet, new paint, and maybe new appliances, you know, painted the kitchen cabinets, totally different house. Probably didn't cost them what you think it cost them to do it, because some people are really good at doing what they do. But just letting you know, when you're looking to change stuff about your house, the first thing that somebody sees is the outside. So if your paint is literally peeling off the outside of your house and you're like, well, in 3 years I'll need to repaint it, I look at it as if you can afford to even monthly payment, do some kind of plan to pay off that painting your outside of the house, why not enjoy it for the next 1.5 to 3 years for yourself, and then the next person will enjoy it too, because the paint on the outside of your house is going to last longer than 3 years. Just like if they say every 10 years maybe you paint your walls, although if you're me, you probably paint it every 3 years. So going back to that is, what can the most efficient thing that people are going to see? Will they see appliances? Yes, but as long as they're new, they will, you know, people enjoy them either way. It's more of like the fresh paint, the fresh flooring, and it doesn't have to be every room. Even a few rooms makes the other rooms look better. And then eventually downsize and declutter, because I've had clients recently that have loads and loads of stuff they have to move and don't have time to even get rid of the stuff because they don't have time to pack. If you know you're going to be moving in the next year or so, start packing some stuff up, start giving some stuff away, and it helps other people benefit, because not everyone has everything you have, even that you think maybe you don't have enough. There's people out there that don't have anything that you have or I have. So if you look at it that way, downsize, new carpet, new paint, eventually it's going to pay off in the end, as long as we don't have a horrible real estate market crash or something in the next 3 years. But I'm planning on moving here in a couple of years. I've got other clients that are moving as well, and that's what I say. Freshen up your house, enjoy it for a year or two, and then it doesn't look like you just spend a load of money repainting, refreshing like the 2 weeks before you listed the house. However, if you're going to list your house soon, those are still things you can do. And I say the same thing I've said for the past couple of months: hire a painter, let them do it. It'll be well worth it. Believe me, it saves stress and time. And there's reasonable people out there that do it, not just super expensive painting companies. There are other people that will paint your house for you. Again, I just wanted to check in quick because I haven't been on here in a long time, doing a Facebook, Instagram detox. So if I pop on, it's probably under my brother's account, and I can probably see everything he does in his Facebook, and he looks pretty legit. So good to go. Happy fall day in the summer, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your summer if I don't check in here again before the fall, but I should. Again, Michelle Carstensen with RE/MAX Results. Have a great day. Bye-bye.